We got B-roll. We're good on B-roll. And I'll just re-explain everything. And this is a better starting point anyway. So for the cemetery build or graveyard build, the first thing we had to pick was location. We started initially with the swamp as far as talking about it, but I opted out on that to do the Mistlands because the Mistlands has all this creepiness in it. It looks better at night. And it's not so watery. So we'll walk there. We found there's a lot of these trees in the Mistlands where it's got like a little archway. It's kind of nice. I kind of excavated the land a little bit, and then I'll explain this again. These skulls here are, you can only place them with console command, and they're already in the Mistlands and they don't move. So when you move the earth out from underneath this, it's going to stay floating in the air, and it's really annoying, and you can't destroy it. So rather than get too miffed about it, I just made it to where it's under some shelves. So it looks like it's supposed to be there. And then some extra skulls for good measure. And this is just the entrance of the graveyard / cemetery. Huge skull. I am, like I said before, excited to see what that means. Obviously somebody who was buried here was very valuable or had a lot of money. The people here, not so much. I didn't do that too much. I just kind of went with it. The tombstones here are thrones. And if you do it right, you can cover up both sides. But I left those there so that you guys could see what thrones look like without them covered up. I dig into the earth, maybe 3 or 4 notches down. Let me see if I can show that off to you guys real fast. And then I put a tombstone in there, and then I take the cultivator, not the cultivator, sorry, the hoe, and I level the ground around. Oops, sorry. I level the ground around it. And sometimes you'll get like little bits sticking up, so you raise the ground and then level it some more. And there you go. You've got a tombstone. That looks kind of good. We did initially try to put some item names on there so we could write people's names, but it kind of looks goof, and I don't like it. So I'll mess around with that maybe another time for another build. But essentially, yes, that's how the tombstones are built. Right there. Then we just try to place them kind of periodically, have multiple levels of them. Here's obviously where one will be buried. I've put item stands inside of a post. So I use the post, then the item stand, then the throne. Oh, you place the item on the item stand now, not later. So you place it on there now, and then place the throne wherever you want it. And then on the other side, you get rid of that post, and that item stand will stay in the throne. And then if you use another throne, you can clip it through like that, and then you have an item stand floating on a throne. So under the ground in every one of these spots is just like that. That way we could have tombstones that on either side look like tombstones, and some of them have a skull stuck in them. This is where Hugh the Neck was buried. Our favorite pet, most important pet that ever existed. Some more buried tombstones. I would like to do more with the stone, but these looked pretty cool. Some of them were short, some of them were tall. Kind of tried to make multi-level here rather than just flattening out a whole area. I think it's easy to build on a flattened area. It's much harder to build multi-levels like this. A couple more tombstones, just get a little bit of an idea to kind of build something around the side of it. It's about the right height too. Another one for whatever reason. This one's got a drake on it. Some storage stuff here. And then what I thought I would do is I would build a lot of crypts. But I got the 2 crypts. I got the animal crypt, rich guy crypt, the entrance, and I was going to build another crypt here with like a bunch of buried whatevers, like coffins. But I mean, we can build a coffin with what, item stands, but they're going to be really big. And I didn't want to do all this all the time. I mean, you know, you do it on more of a flat area as well. That's another reason I don't like them, because they gotta fit in a flat area. So I opted for like a crypt keeper who's obviously into lots of meats here. Mausoleum, I hardly knew him. Lots of meats, and there's some skull bits. There's a butcher's table and a skinning rack. Like, what's this guy doing in here? What's all this money about? I don't know. There's this little outfit. He's cooking up something. This guy's not wrapped so tight is what I'm getting at. He's taking up pieces of bodies and he's eating all their bits just to make sure it's totally clear what I'm getting at. Happy Halloween. So yeah, this is pretty much the crypt. It's a pretty simple build. Just it took a while. We did the whole thing on stream. Took a while to dig all these in there and kind of finagle with the tombstones. I started the idea on stream and went from there. I didn't plan this out beforehand. I just had the idea that I would maybe build a cemetery. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys dig this kind of stuff, I do the builds most of the time I do them live on stream, and that's at Smoke Buffalo. But otherwise, I generally do the build and make a little video of it right after the fact, and I upload that to YouTube. So the YouTube version will be a lot smaller, but if you want a better explanation of the entire build, then you'd want to watch watch the VOD on Twitch or be a part of those Twitch VODs. Alternatively as well, you can kind of direct the build, if you will. If you have ideas or thoughts that you maybe prefer or whatever, you can let me know and we can try them out. Kind of build some stuff out. But yeah, there we go. If anything, I'm sure there's some cool ideas here regarding multi-level platforms. And I'm sure once this area starts spawning creatures, once they upgrade the Mistlands, this place is going to be screwed. Super screwed, I bet. So yeah. Thank you all. Have a good day. And that will end the video.